In this video, I'm going to be going over the new super packs in NBA 2K23 Myteam and how this is going to be affecting the market. Our card's going to be going down in price right now, and just overall giving you guys my thoughts on these new super packs in the game. So as you guys can see, they re-released the Season 5 super packs that has all the cards from Season 5, so all the Dark Matters, like LaMelo Ball, Devin Booker, D-Rob, Chris Bosh, Cade, Grant Hill, Shaq, T-Mac is going to be in these super packs. James Worthy, Lonzo, Kobe, Oscar, AD, D-Wade, Bill Russell, Jimmy Butler, Chris Dobson, then also the Galaxy Opals and the Pink Diamonds from Season 5 as well. But not just the Season 5 super packs did they re-release, they also re-released the Season 4 super packs, which had the two Dark Matters from the All-Star set, LeBron and Giannis. We got all of the Galaxy Opal All-Star cards. We also got Opal Ben Simmons. We got Opal Yao Ming. He's going to be in the Season 4 super packs, so he might go down a tiny bit in price. We got cards like Scottie Pippen, Vince Carter, Dirk, all these Galaxy Opals from Season 4 are also going to be put into these super packs. And then they do have Season 3, Season 2, and Season 1 super packs as well, but those don't really matter because, who's really opening up these packs and who's really even using, any card from Season 1, Season 2, or Season 3? Like, I don't think I can think of any card except for maybe like a Bob Nedelecki or a Terry Dischinger that's still like somewhat usable in game from a Season 3 super pack, or like a D-Rob. He's still not a terrible center, but mainly, people aren't going to be using cards from Season 1 till 3, and mainly not too many cards from Season 4 as well. We're just going to be mainly talking about these Season 5 super packs also alongside the Season 4, because there's still a lot of cards in these packs that people either have on their squads that are trying to sell. So I just want to quickly show you guys that I think the market's going to go down a little bit. Definitely not a huge market crash, or a market's not going to drop a ton, but I would say we see a little bit of a dip, in the market. Talking about Taco Fall, I'm recording this video almost 3 hours after the fact, after they dropped at 11 a.m. I'm recording this around 2 p.m. Eastern time, so about 3 hours after they did drop. So since then, since the super packs have been released for the Season 5 super packs, we've gotten now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. So 29 new Taco Falls have been put up in the past 3 hours, which is going to be a lot more than normal with Taco Fall. So I could see him going down a little bit in price. Not saying he's going to go like super cheap, but I could see him going down a little bit in price. So if you guys are looking to pick up a Taco Fall, I think this might be not a terrible time to do so if you guys did want to add Taco Fall to your lineup. If we look at some of the other top cards from Season 4, like mainly the only guy is going to be Yao Ming, and there's been about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's been about 5 Yao Mings before the 4-hour mark, and then there's also been these two put up, I would assume around the time of the super packs, about maybe 5 to 6, new Galaxy Opal Yao Mings being put up on the auction house. I could see him going down a tiny bit in price, but really not really. I think he's going to hold the same value. T-Mac, kind of same thing. Like, I think the really expensive Dark Matters aren't going to really change in price. There's been about 3 new T-Macs been put up in the past 3 hours. That doesn't really seem to be anything out of the ordinary. So T-Mac hasn't really been put up too much on the auction house. D-Rob has been put up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 5 times on the auction house. So these cards might be a little bit more common than normal. So I think right now, if you wanted to buy some of these cards, it might not be a terrible idea. Like 3 or 4 new Kristopses being put up. This one's getting obviously empty bot. So yeah, the market's definitely not going to go down like a crazy amount for these cards, but there's just going to be a decent amount of these cards being put up on the auction house. And I think right now is not a bad time to buy any of these cards if you guys wanted to, especially with most likely we might get a good content drop this Friday. I'm not 100% sure, and I just want to point out, none of the Season 6 cards at all will be affected by this, super pack market crash, whatever you want to call it. I just don't think so. I'd be very surprised because there's no Season 6 super packs, so none of these cards are really going to go down too much. It's just going to be mainly the cards from Season 5. So if we look at a guy like Luke Walton talking about these budget cards, he might go down a little bit. He was back up to about 10,000 MT. Now he's back down to about 5,000, maybe 6,000. So he's a little bit lower. Dino was about 10, 12, 15k. Did he go down in price? I think he dropped a little bit as well. So just overall, the Season 5 market will be a tad bit lower, and I think if you guys wanted to buy any of these cards from Season 5, it might not be a terrible time to do so. Like a card like Jonathan Bender, he was like 40k. He might be a little bit cheaper now. He looks like he's still around the same price, maybe a tad bit lower. Yeah, I mean 35k right there. Yeah, you should be able to pick up a Jonathan Bender for about 30 to 35k, so he's down a tad bit. So overall, not going to be a massive market crash happening with these season 5 super packs and season 4 ones as well. I mean, LeBron and Giannis, these cards might go down a tad bit in price, but I don't think really too many people are going to be opening up these super packs. That's definitely not why there's going to be a somewhat of a market crash with these super packs. It's mainly just because people do panic sell a lot when the season 5 super packs do drop, or just super packs in general, because 28 taco falls in 3 hours is not normal. So that's obviously people panic selling a little bit, with taco fall being in these packs. But overall, I think you guys are most likely fine if you're just holding on to them. They'll definitely go back up in price. They're not really dropping too much, but they'll 1000% go back up in price. I would say probably over the weekend, because if we do get a good content drop, this Friday, then the market could crash even more. So if you guys are trying to hold on to some cards, I would probably wait until later this weekend. But I would say if you maybe want to buy some cards right now, it might not be a terrible idea to do so, depending on the card. Like a Taco Fall, he could be a good pickup right now. Maybe some other budget cards, they could also be solid pickups as well. But now, just to quickly talk about these super packs, I know a lot of people have already made rant videos on this type of stuff, and I know everyone already knows why these are super annoying and just why people generally complain about super packs. And you guys can let me know your thoughts as well. What do you guys think about them dropping super packs? To me, it just feels like a complete money grab and just lazy and a waste of time, because I know it doesn't take effort to do so, but it's just like, what's the point of putting super packs, in the market? Like, very, very few people are actually opening up these packs, and like, it's just super lazy when they don't give us any free content. Like, we literally haven't got a free card in the game besides Alonzo Mourning and Gilbert Arenas, which are the RNG cards. We haven't exactly got a free card since March the 30th, or March the 30th, or I don't remember exactly what day it was. No, it wasn't March 30th. Sorry, because that was like a couple days ago. It was I keep forgetting the day. It was when season 6 dropped, right? So whenever season 6 dropped is the last time that we got a free card, because that's when we got like the Sean Livingston, the Hakeem Olajuwon, the Steve Smith from the RNG. So besides season 6 dropping, and getting all those free cards, we haven't had any like, bracket buster stuff. That was pretty cool in season 5, at least in my opinion. Like, I thought these bracket buster takeover cards were pretty cool to drop every single day. And then you eventually got Glenn Rice, who I thought was a pretty good free card at the time. And then if you go back to season 4, that's when we used to get these well, we also got the gauntlet spotlights, for the Opal KG. But then if you go to the 2-week event, that's when we used to get the Galaxy Opal Yi, the Galaxy Opal Ray, the Galaxy Opal Russ. And my team's just completely gone away from giving us free content. Like, besides a new season dropping with like the Sean Livingston, the Hakeem Olajuwon, those season rewards, which should obviously be in the game every single new season, but we haven't got any free content throughout the season. So it's just very disappointing that they're just going to go drop super packs, and they drop like playoff super packs. Now they're re-releasing all the super packs in the game. To me, it's just a lazy money grab, waste of time. That's my best way to describe it. But let me know your guys' thoughts. I just don't think it's a positive for the mode. I know they have money to hit, I know they're business, but I just don't think this is the smartest way to go around it. I mean, I feel like as a business, you want to try to drive your player base up as much as possible, right? Try to get as many people playing your game, and then I feel like in the long run, that will, translate into more people spending more money on the game, and just overall getting people to play your game. I don't know if they do advertisements, but if they do ads, I think they might do ads in the park for like some NBA stuff. If they drive up the player base, then the ads get paid more. So I just don't think it's the best way to go around and even making money, because I know they're a business. It's just because like very few people are actually going to be opening up these super packs, and to the community it just kind of seems like a slap in the face compared to when we be getting no free content. Like, we're not asking to get like free content every single day and just amazing free cards, but like, I've always thought, so, and I want you guys to let me know your thoughts and opinions of what they can do for free content. For example, something that I've always thought that 2K should do is when the NBA awards are released, right? So the MVP, Joel Embiid, the Rookie of the Year, Paulo Banchero, Sixth Man of the Year was Malcolm Brogdon, right? We got Lauri Markkanen, Most Improved. Why do they not give us those cards as agenda grindable, right? All they got to do, and they don't have to make Dark Matter Embiid as good as his promo pack one, because I know he just got a Dark Matter, but what they should do is make all of those cards free Dark Matters to obtain. Now, you can give challenges, you can make them a little bit difficult, and you do a series of challenges to, let's say, get, one of the cards from the set, or one of the cards from the, we'll just call it NBA awards, right? And these are all going to be free Dark Matter. So free De'Aaron Fox Dark Matter, free Lauri Markkanen, free Malcolm Brogdon, Joel Embiid. You can also give us a free Opal or Pink Diamond Coach as Mike Brown. that could be something cool and give us, reasons to play the game. It's not so much about actually getting the card, because that would be cool, and maybe not too many people are actually going to use a De'Aaron Fox card at this time of the year, or going to use a Malcolm Brogdon card, but it just gives us something to grind for, right? You can get these free dark matters that, they can make somewhat decent in game, and it just gives people reasons to play the game, log onto the mode, and it just kind of connects the NBA to the game. And I think overall, no one really complained about us getting free content, from the NBA, right? NBA awards only happen once a year. It's a big thing in the NBA, one of the biggest things to happen in a season, right? People get the MVP, the Rookie of the Years. Just give free content for that stuff. Maybe they don't have to be dark matters. Just do a dark matter Embiid, and like everyone else can be a Galaxy Opal, because I already know some of them have opals like Lauri Markkanen, Paulo, Malcolm Brogdon. That's why I'm saying free dark matters, and they're not going to be great cards in the game anyways, so it's not going to hurt people opening up packs on Friday, because if people want those top cards in the game, they're still going to be opening up packs. A dark matter Malcolm Brogdon for free is going to change absolutely nothing with that. So let me know your guys' thoughts on it. I know I went into a little bit of a rant mode. It's just disappointing and frustrating, the way that my team's going. But yeah, I just want to get you guys a market kind of talk video talking about the new season 5 super packs and all the super packs in the game. I do think some cards might be a little bit cheaper and maybe worth picking up and adding to your squad, like a Taco Fall. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.